Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Unlock Show. I am your host, Tracy Wilson. As you can see, I am coming to you again from a motel room. We are on the move. My husband and I, we are up in the what we call the Fraser Coast of Queensland in Australia, and he's up here doing some work, and I decided that I would tag along. So what do? You take the entire studio with you, and you create a new studio in a motel room. So welcome to the motel room in beautiful Hervey Bay, and I will actually get outside and spend some time in the sunshine here in Queensland, because at the moment it is the middle of summer and it is super hot outside, and it is an absolutely beautiful day. Today on the Unlock Show, I wanted to talk about this topic. So this is a topic that is really dear to me, because it's one of the things that makes a massive, massive difference when it comes to sharing your message, whether it be online or offline, and whether or not you can actually make a difference and also make a living by sharing your message. So I get this question all the time. So I've got a message burning inside of me. I want to be able to share it, and I want to be able to do it really, really well. But can I actually make a living out of doing that? And I'm going to share with you something that is like the number one thing that you must answer before you kind of go down the path of doing any of this stuff. And this one thing that I'm going to talk about actually doesn't just relate to creating a business and creating a message and sharing, all of your knowledge and your skills with people online, but it actually is the key to everything that you do. Every single piece of success that you have in your life comes from this one single thing. So you're going to be asking, what the heck is this? Well, just you have to hang about, because I'm going to share that with you in a few moments. Here's the thing. Most people think that by sharing their message online, they have to, before they can actually do that, they have to have these things. And these are the things that most people think that they need to have. And they're actually not true. Yes, you do need to have them, but it's not the one thing that you must have that kind of pulls it all together. So here's what most people think. And even given that this is a live show, guys, I want you to use the chat and use the comment section underneath and just start, kind of like rattling off some things to me. What do you think makes all the difference to actually being able to share your message and to start impacting people, but then also being able to make a living doing it? What do you think the one thing is? What do you think the one thing that you must have that makes all the difference? Here's the things that a lot of people do think that you need to have. Most people think that you need to have skill. All right. So you need to have some level of skill to be able to share your knowledge, be able to jump online like this and be able to speak confidently. Lots of people think that you need to be well educated. Lots of people think that you need to have a lot of knowledge and be able to have been doing whatever it is that you want to share, the message that you want to share. They think that you have to have been doing that for a long, long time. They think that you have to have been, got yourself to expert status, whatever that means, and a lot of people think that that means that you've got to do hours and hours and hours of work in that particular industry to be an expert. Many people think all of these things, right? So we go through life thinking, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I've got to get my skill set up, I've got to improve my level of confidence in a particular area, I have to go back to school and learn more things, I've got to join XYZ and get more experience under my belt. All of those things, yes, they are important, but they are not the number one thing. So can you guys think about what that number one thing is? I'm just going to have a look at my chat. I'm getting, hey, lots of hello, Tracy's, hello, everybody. So I'm wanting to know from you guys, what do you think the number one thing that makes all the difference in your ability to be able to share your message with an audience and then also be able to turn that message into a living? Like actually make a living out of sharing your message. And in fact, I also want to know whether or not you guys would actually want to do that. Is that something that you're interested in doing? Because if you are, you need to hang about, because I'm going to share with you this one thing. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm going to share with you, so I'm waiting for your guys' messages to come through to tell me what you think it is, but I'm going to share with you now what I see as the number one thing that you must have above everything else that will enable you to share your message and then also be able to make a living with it. So let me pull this up. Let me do this, and I'm going to go boom, and it's right there. Over there, there, that way. There you go. I will get it right. So the one thing that you must have is a level of commitment. So it doesn't matter what it is that you are doing, you must be committed to it. And I'm not talking about, oh, I'm wishy-washy, I kind of want to do that, it would be nice to do that, one day I might do that. The difference in everything that you do, whether it be sharing your message online or having success in any part of your life, it all comes down to that one thing. And I'm not going to get this pointing thing. Oh, I did. There you go. That one thing right there. It is commitment. So before anything else, you must ensure that you are absolutely committed to the cause, committed to what it is that you are about to do. So if you are going to be somebody who wants to share their message online, and you want to turn that message that you have into a living or into a business, the first thing you must do is you must be committed to that. So you must have absolute, in the deepest part of your body, in your bones, you need to feel that level of commitment. You are so committed to the cause, to your message, to what you are about, to your mission, that there is just no other option than for you to have to move forward and for you to have to share that message. Once you've got that level of commitment, then of course all those other things come into play. But you cannot have all those other things and be successful at it and share your message and then make a living out of it if you're actually not committed. So let's talk about that level of commitment. I've sort of talked about it a little bit, but it's like, you know, when I said that burning desire inside of you is like, you're going to show up and you are going to share your message every single week or however often you've decided that you want to share it, but you are going to show up, because that is showing up is also showing that level of commitment that you have. It's like, I'm committed to the cause, so therefore I'm going to do this every single week. If it's a show like the Unlock Show, I'm going to show up and I'm going to do it twice a week. And I'm going to make sure that I serve at the highest level I possibly can. Does that mean only giving part of the equation to people? No, it doesn't. It means showing up and giving people the entire story, all the steps, all the things that they need to do to take them from where they're at right now to wherever it is that you are going to take them with the message in which you create. And you've heard me talk about this before. You've heard me talk or refer to the ACE method, being building your authority and then building connection. This piece around messaging is the connection. And to build that connection, it all comes back to being committed to the message, to the cause, to your mission, because once you've got that level of commitment, everything else is going to become so much easier. So let me put this back on the screen again. Boom, there you go. So it is commitment. That is the number one thing that you absolutely must have beyond everything else, because if you don't have it, it's game over. You might have some commitment for a short period of time. I'm talking about the type of commitment that enables you to have stamina, that enables you to be tenacious, enables you to have resilience, to just keep going and keep sharing your message no matter what. It's believing deep in your soul in the message that you are sharing, so that you just keep going. Then you start layering on top of that. Once you've decided and you've made a commitment that that's what you're going to do, then of course the skill, the knowledge, the information that you have, that all gets layered in, and you start to develop a system and a process. And if you don't have a system and a process, well, what do? You go and find somebody else who has a system and a process that you can follow, so that you can ensure that your message is then connected to your offer, is connected to your business, is connected to the way in which you make your living. And then all of a sudden, what has happened? You have created a message that also enables you to created a business that enables you to share your message with the world, but also enables you to make a living out of the message in which you have been sharing. So those are the things that I think make the massive difference to those people who are in this for the long term. And what I've also noticed, guys, is when you do this, when you have that level of commitment, and then you layer on, your skills, your knowledge, and then the know-how of like the steps to actually do this, that starts to differentiate you above anybody else that's just in the market that is trying to share their message that doesn't necessarily live absolutely what they are saying, right? So you start, what I want you to do, what I want you to think about is when you have that level of a commitment, you are starting to live your message. The message that you are sharing is what you do every single day. It is authentically you. It is, you don't have to try and be anybody else. It is just oozing out of every, pore in your body. And when you can do that, it means that you're able to jump on, you can do a live show like this, Facebook Live, speak to the public, etc., very easily, because it's just who you are. There is no need for you to try and be something else that you are not. It's very much just you. So I wanted to share this message with you today because I know that there's a lot of people that get hung up with, I can't do it. I can't do it because I don't have the skill. I don't have the technical know-how. I don't know how to put I don't know how to put my message together in a way that's going to connect with people. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So they come up with all of the excuses, when in fact, the one thing that kind of trumps all of those, and we call it the knocking down the big dominoes, you start that domino effect. It starts with that commitment. If you are absolutely committed to your cause and you are committed to your message, then what happens whenever you're absolutely committed to something, you find a way. You find somewhere deep inside you that just enables you to fuel that desire that you have, fuel the passion that you have about whatever it is you're talking about, and you just go. And I can give you an example of this. Very recently, inside one of the programs that Vicky Helm and I run, called Influence and Authority Method, one of our students inside of there, she had actually she'd been going through the program. She'd committed, like just the. As far as students are concerned, she was following everything. Every week she would show up. She'd be the first on any call. She would be committed to her cause because she was committed to making a difference to the people in which she wants to serve. So the first piece of this was her being committed to that, and then being committed to take the steps and take the action that she needed to do to learn how to do this, share your message with the world, and create a living out of it. She was doing that religiously. Every week she would show up. She would come and she would have her homework completed. And interestingly enough, this particular student then went away, and unbeknownst to us, she had booked in, I'm going to go, my first live is going to be on this date, because she got her message so dialed in. She was so connected to her cause and to her mission and committed to it, that she actually moved her date forward. So she'd booked in to go live on a particular date and went, actually, I can't wait. I've got this burning desire inside of me. I've got to go, and I've got to go now. And that's what happens when you have that level of commitment, when you've got the message and the dream of what you're wanting to create, and the connection to the people that you are wanting to serve. When that is so dialed in, it gives you the emotion and the urge to not wait. It's like, I want to say it's like having diarrhea. You just can't hold it in, right? You just got to go. So when you've got to go, she just went, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to go live. I'm going to do my very first show. And oh my God, out of that show, she came back to us and she said, I'm so excited. I am like ecstatic right now. I went live with my very first show, and she started getting messages after her very first show about what a difference she had made to somebody's life in that one day. What a difference she had made based on the message that she had created that day, and the stories that she told, and the way in which she told it. So she had been a studious student, learning everything, taking it all on board, and she did everything as prescribed. And the result she got was not just that she was elated, but also the people that were watching her were also excited about what was coming next. And they are there waiting for her to say the next thing, waiting for her to have her next show, waiting for her to go live again and sharing her message of how she can build prosperity in her audience's life. So I want to know for you guys, is that something that you like? If that's something that you've kind of got inside of you, like get that burning urge. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? When you feel like you're so committed to something that you just have to do it. You just got to go. And sometimes it's like you don't know the pathway. You don't even know which first step you're going to take. All you know is that you just got this burning desire to do it. And so what I want to say to you guys, if that is the case, and you are sitting there and you are thinking, I've got a message inside of me. This message has been bottled up for quite some time. I'm wondering, how the heck do I get it out? How do I put it even into so that it makes some sense? How do I put it into, some sense even for yourself, where you can see the pathway to my message that I want to share actually translating into making a difference and making a living? Then I want to invite you guys to go and check out the Influence and Authority method. So head on over to influenceandauthority.com and just have a look at the program that Vicky Helm and I are running there. And I will tell you that that is the thing that is helping people to uncover the messages or unleash the messages that are inside of them, unlock all of that goodness that's inside of them, help them bring that out and allow them to share their message that is impactful and also able to amplify who they are, creating influence and authority that also translates into profits in your business. So that is my little chat for today. If you believe that you just need to sit and wait and get more and more experience, I want to tell you now, that is untrue. That is a myth. That is not right. The one thing you need to have is that steely level of commitment. And once you've got that, there will be no holding you back. So that being said today, guys, I want to say thank you very much for joining. I hope you guys see that that's the one thing. It's just one. And if you can make that commitment to yourself, to make a commitment to something, then all of a sudden you have the first key to making a real difference in your life and making a real difference to others. Show up being authentically you and just go for it. And oh my gosh, I can see Scott Stevens is on here right now. Hello, Scott Stevens. It's so great to see you here, and I've missed you a lot, so just wanted to let you know that. So anyway, that being the case, guys, head on off, go and live your life unlocked, because you know that there is just no other way. And look, because I'm so committed to this, I've even gone like, I've even lost my banners. Let me just put this back up. There you go. Boom. Back. You're on the Unlocked Show with Tracy Wilson. If you're listening to this as a podcast, you know that this is also a live show. So this is all recorded live. There's no editing in any of this stuff. Super authentic. So if you would rather watch than listen, then you need to head on over to the Success Secrets for Business, Family and Life on Facebook, or go and find me on Facebook, Tracy M. Wilson. I do a number of shows on my own Facebook page, and you're welcome to follow along and just hear more about, the different people that I have on the shows. I share all sorts of stuff on Unlocked about how to unlock the message that's inside of you, how to then connect that with your audience, and then how to turn that into a profitable business at the same time. So if that's what you're interested in doing, then hang around and listen to the Unlock Show. If you are a woman and you are looking at, how do you improve your life, how do you get more prosperity and more abundance in your life, then you might want to listen to the show that I do called Take a Stand. And I will help you to stand up, stand firm, and stand out in the world of business. So check me out on both of on those couple of different places that you can go to. And often I will share tools, resources, tips, strategies, you name it. I give it all away, and a lot of it is all of it on these shows is for free. So keep following along, but have a fantastic weekend. It's Friday for me here in Australia. I'm heading off in a moment to head outside and take in some rays of sunshine. So I hope that you guys can do the same over your weekend. So for now, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be back again next Wednesday with another exciting guest on the Unlock Show, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Brisbane time. For now, I'm going to say, off you go and live your life unlocked, because as you know, there is just no other way. Bye for now.